Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in.
Today, we will be covering OpenAI's restricted preview of the GPT 5.6 family, Anthropic getting a partial green light to bring Claude Mythos 5 back for trusted users, Vercel's AI SDK 7 making agent harnesses swappable, and Runway's Agent 2.0 pushing generative video into marketing automation. Starting with the biggest launch of the week, OpenAI previewed the GPT 5.6 series, which comes in 3 flavors. Sol is the flagship, Terra is the balanced everyday model that OpenAI says delivers performance competitive with GPT 5.5 at roughly half the cost, and Luna is the fast, lower-cost tier. But here is the twist that has everyone talking. You probably cannot use it yet. The rollout is limited to about 20 government-approved companies at launch, with broader ChatGPT, Codex, and API availability planned in the coming weeks. The reason for the unusual gating is that OpenAI is treating GPT 5.6 as a cyber-capable system, and the announcement leans heavily on safeguards, misuse monitoring, and automated red teaming rather than just benchmark bragging. OpenAI made its discomfort with the arrangement very clear, saying, quote, "We don't believe this kind of government access process should become the long-term default." That is a striking line from a company that just agreed to the process. If this becomes the norm, frontier model launches will start to look less like app releases and more like controlled exports, where who you are matters as much as what you want to build. Anthropic is navigating the same new world. The U.S. Commerce Department partially lifted restrictions on Claude Mythos 5, allowing a limited return for approved entities after the model had been swept into export control-style restrictions alongside Claude Fable 5 over national security concerns around cyber misuse. Anthropic told Axios it had received the notice and was, quote, "working to provision the approved set of providers." The timing is notable. Anthropic's approval came just hours after OpenAI's restricted GPT 5.6 rollout, and both of the newest frontier models from these labs are now being made available to small, vetted groups of trusted partners. For enterprises, cybersecurity firms, and developers, the practical question is shifting. It used to be, is the model public yet? Now it is, are we on the approved list? That is a meaningful change in how access to the most powerful AI gets distributed, and it puts a lot of weight on whatever the criteria for trusted status turn out to be. Moving over to developer tooling, Vercel released AI SDK 7, and the headline feature is something called Harness Agent. In plain terms, a harness is everything wrapped around a model call that makes an agent actually work, including sessions, permissions, skills, sandboxes, sub-agents, and runtime behavior. Until now, if you built on Claude Code or Codex or deep agents, you were largely locked into that harness. AI SDK 7 lets you target Codex, Claude Code, deep agents, open code, Pi, and others through one TypeScript API. Vercel's pitch sums it up well. Write the agent once, use the best harness available. Why does this matter? Real-world agent performance is increasingly about orchestration, not just which model is underneath. The release also adds reasoning control, runtime context, durable workflow execution, tool approvals, first-class timeouts, sandbox support, and redesigned telemetry. The strategic read is that Vercel is trying to commoditize the harness layer the same way cloud providers commoditized servers, so that swapping between Anthropic, OpenAI, and open-source agent stacks becomes a configuration choice rather than a rewrite. For teams that have been hesitant to commit to one ecosystem, that flexibility could be a real unlock. Wrapping up with Runway, which introduced Agent 2.0 and is clearly aiming at a different kind of user. Instead of just generating a video clip from a prompt, Agent 2.0 is built to run marketing workflows end-to-end. You can hand it a campaign, a product launch, or audience targets. Upload your creative along with ad metrics from Meta, YouTube, TikTok, or Google, and it will analyze what is working, generate briefs, produce videos and social posts, and spin up platform-specific variants, resized and reformatted for each channel. Runway frames the shift directly, saying, quote, "For most AI tools, the finished asset is the end." Their bet is that the next phase is continuous optimization, where the agent keeps iterating based on performance data instead of stopping once the first video renders. It is pitched at brand marketers, performance marketers, social marketers, and product marketers, and Runway says Agent 2.0 is available on all plans. The interesting tension here is that this puts Runway in direct competition not just with other generative video tools, but with the broader marketing automation stack. If an agent can ingest your ad metrics, identify the winning angle, and ship the next batch of variants to test, the line between creative tool and ad operations platform starts to disappear.
Thank you for listening to AI ConvoCast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.